T.S. Eliot did say that April is the cruelest month. I think he may have been talking about the weather, but in my case it's trying to film this video because this is about the 6th time I've tried it. Because so far it is not going well. So I started with Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which is a film built around a single joke, that it is Pride and Prejudice, but there are zombies. There are the undead walking around Georgian England. It's a good joke. It manages to sustain itself for the duration of the film. The film is enjoyable as well. It's got Matt Smith and Lily James in it, as well as Sam Riley, who was, what's his name? I want to say Ian Botham, but that's not his name, is it? Joy Division guy. I've forgotten his name. Ian Curtis. He was Ian Curtis in Control. He was also Pinky in the remake of Brighton Rock, and he was in another film I watched this month, which was Byzantium, directed by Neil Jordan, who did Interview with a Vampire. It's kind of a sister film to that. It's about vampires. It's a woman and her daughter. They're both vampires, and they're hiding out in the British seaside because they've broken the rules of vampire society. Vampires are not allowed to turn their children into vampires, and this woman, she's broken that rule and they're now on the run from vampire society. It's an intriguing film. It's got Saoirse Ronan in it, it's got Gemma Arterton in it. I'd say it was a film I'd never actually heard about until this month, but it's one I may definitely revisit at some point. It's one that really interested me, and one that I think needs to be discussed a bit more. So I did go on a bit of a horror kick this month. I watched Night of the Demon as well, which, if you've seen Rocky Horror, the opening song, science fiction double feature, the line, Dana Andrews said prunes gave him the runes, that is this film. It's based on a story by M.R. James, the Edwardian ghostwriter. Nothing like that story at all, but basically this guy gets given some runic inscription, and in 30 days he's going to die. A demon is going to come and get him. It's black and white, made in the 1960s, but the two demon scenes that are in there, the demon looks a bit shonky, but they're shot beautifully. They are shot superbly. I'd recommend watching this film just for those demon shots at the beginning and the end, because of how well they're done. They're done probably better than the rest of the film. The film itself, it's okay, but it's not spectacular. And speaking of not spectacular, let's get on to the unicorns, shall we? Oh god. I watched 3 unicorn films. 2 in April, 1 just the other day in May, but we'll include it for this month. And the first I watched, oh god, A Kid for Two Farthings. It's directed by Carol Reed, who did a film called The Fallen Idol. He did The Third Man, he did Odd Man Out in the 1940s. 3 fantastic, really good films, well worth watching. Then he made this. There's an interesting social drama subplot here about a guy who's earning some money through boxing to get his girlfriend a ring so he can marry her, so he can like buy this tailor's shop and so they can have a nice life together. But the main plot, oh god, it's about the most annoying kid you will ever find on film who buys a goat in the belief that it's a unicorn, and he spends pretty much most of the film claiming the unicorn is responsible for everything. Well, the goat is responsible for everything. And for the entire 90-minute duration, the plot is basically this kid standing in the corner while everyone else is discussing this boxing subplot, going, "It was the unicorn. The unicorn did it. It was my unicorn, Mummy. Mummy, it was the unicorn." And no one's telling him that this is clearly not a unicorn. It was the unicorn. Shut up, child. That is clearly a goat. Do you not know what a goat looks like? It was the unicorn. It's a goat. That is a unicorn.
It's not me, really. It's my unicorn.
Not to spoil things, but in fact, no, I won't tell you. There is no unicorn in this film. Unlike the last unicorn, which I found, it was okay. 1980s animation, fine, not brilliant. It had Christopher Lee in it. It's about this unicorn who thinks she's the last unicorn, ends up getting turned into a human, ends up at a castle with Christopher Lee's like evil king. Jeff Bridges falls in love with her. It's fine. Not great. Not impressive either, but yeah. Which brings me on to Paul Rudd and the Unicorn Blood. Death of a Unicorn, which I actually watched in May because it wasn't showing around here until the start of the month. But because of unicorns, we'll include it here anyway. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this quite a lot. It's one of those switch your brains off kind of films. In it you've got Paul Rudd, you've got Jenna Ortega, you've got Richard E. Grant, you've got Will Poulter playing the kind of dickhead he has done really, really well since Son of Rambo.
You're right. I'm alright, Lee Carter.
Paul Rudd is this lawyer who's driving to a remote mountain lodge owned by some billionaires to sign a contract because their patriarch is dying. And on the way he hits a unicorn. As you do. So he stuffs the unicorn, the dead unicorn, into the boot of his car. Except it turns out that unicorn blood has magical properties, that it has healing properties. And when the billionaires find this out, they start exploiting, or start planning to exploit, the health benefits of the unicorn. But the unicorn has friends, and it's never made clear, but there are other unicorns and they may be this unicorn's parents or whatever. If this is sounding mental, that's because it is. Still, that said, it's the kind of goofy monster movie I really, really enjoy. It's the kind of, doesn't take itself seriously, knows it's a bit of fun. Lots of gory death type of monster movie. It's not going to be to everybody's taste, I don't think, but for me, definitely worth the price of the ticket. I definitely had a really good time with this. Oh god, The Hangover, Jesus Christ, I hated this film. I want this film to burn in hell. This is... The only reason I watched this film was because it's included on the list of 1001 films you should see before you die. It's one of those kind of held up as great films, but it just wasn't funny. It was... all the characters were like unlikable arseholes who really need to be given quite a few slaps, and they don't learn anything through the film, they don't grow, they don't develop, and the comedy basically just consists of stuff happening to them and them screaming. The review I actually wrote for this, I get the impression that because of this movie, God strangled multiple litters of puppies. Crass and funny and proof that humanity has been well and truly forsaken. Alright, limited space left on the camera for reasons. Let's do quick fire. Night of the Hunter. Oh, I'm not going to say anything about this film other than directed by Charles Lawton, who I'm studying at the moment. It was the only film he was named as director for. But oh, so good. Go and watch it. Go and watch this film. It is... wow. Fantastic film. Silence of the Lambs. Oh, I watched this with some liver, some fava beans, and a nice Chianti. Oh, yes. I also watched Manhunter, which is the first Hannibal Lecter film where he was played by Brian Cox, the actor, not the scientist. Escape, which is a British film from 1930, starring Gerald de Maurier, who was Daphne's father. It's about a rich guy who gets imprisoned for manslaughter, and then he goes on the run. It's about an hour long. It's worth watching. It's not spectacular, it's not brilliant, but it's worth watching. The sound is a bit dodgy though, like a lot of 1930s, early 1930s British films. The sound quality is shonky. Jeepers Creepers, did like that one, thought it was okay. Manchester by the Sea, flipping heck, this was another awful one. Casey Affleck can't act. I'm sorry, but he just spends the entire film with one expression, just going, I'm sad, I'm so sad, my brother died and I'm sad. That's it. That's the entire film. Oh, The Company of Wolves, another Neil Jordan film. Rewatch. Can't say I really like this film. It's okay. I enjoyed it more than I did the first time I watched it. It's kind of very stylistic. It's sort of a Red Riding Hood type film. I did enjoy it a lot more this time. Yeah, definitely. I particularly enjoyed some of the imagery a lot more this time, such as... let's not spoil it. But all I'm going to say is it's got Angela Lansbury in it. Oh, The Lair of the White Worm. Yes! Hugh Grant, Peter Capaldi, based on a novel by Bram Stoker who did Dracula. This is sort of like again, it's a sort of vampire type thing, but the vampire is more feminine, sexy snake lady. It's really, really good. I'd recommend that one. The Page Master. One I hadn't really thought about for years, but I just wanted to go back and see, like, just take a look at it. And yeah, it's alright. Yeah, another one I'd recommend, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. The End. And I think we will make this the end. George Mackay, Tilda Swinton, a few other people. End of the world, they've taken shelter down an old salt mine. They're like the last 7 people on Earth, and then someone else turns up. It's a musical, but it is gorgeously shot. It makes the salt mine look so